Hello and welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. So, I was tinkering on this very early original VIC-20. Actually, first I turned it on, nothing came up. It was missing the Vic Chip. I put another one in, it does not come up. It still does not answer the call. So, I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I have this other VIC-20. It's not as early, but it's early. Oh, man. The keyboard is tough to get off. Oh, yeah, there's still a bit of a bend on that pin. All right. As I say, I was not going to do this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to put this Vic chip back in ever so gently and carefully. And make sure that this machine still comes up and answers the call of duty. And does it? Yes, it does. All right. So, I'm going to turn it off. So back some years ago, there was a fellow. I took things to the world of Commodore, and I said to people, bring things. I will test them. And this one fellow showed up with 3 VIC-20s. And indeed, we determined that out of all the 3, one of them was a 2-prong VIC. One of them, 2 of them took the 64 power supplies. Anyway, he didn't have any good power supplies of the Commodore 64 variety. So that is what was the trouble with 2 of them. And the other one, it was a ROM chip. So by the time he left, he had 3 VIC-20s that he knew would work. So now, do I know which ROM chip is more likely than any other? Not at all. But I just randomly picked, and we're going to try the 401-486-06. This one made in the 30th week of 1981. And carefully line it up. And carefully put it in. Make sure it's well seated. Turn it on. And the VIC comes up. So, this is not the problem. All right, we're going to try the one next to it. And yes, I know, I should be using my chip puller, but it's not right here. So I'm going to take this out. This is a 401-486-01. And I'm going to go over to this board, and I'm going to find the corresponding chip. 401-486-01. And I have it. And of course, always check the witness mark. And in this case, the witness mark is to the top, which is of course different than the board they're coming out of because the chips are pointed differently. The power switch is off. The pins look good. They're going in. What do we got? Okay, well, we're still working. Okay, so that goes off. Now we have the 401-460-03. And with great care, we will wiggle it out. So that didn't go as well as I would have liked. but it'll be okay. Okay. So, now the pins are a little bent out. They will survive. Put them on the table, give them a little tweak. Put this one down well over here so that they're in the same configuration. And then, oh, this could do it all. I may be doing this for nothing. I just looked inside here, and I'm going to move this up close. And I don't know if you can see that. But on one of the 6522 chips, I should have looked more carefully. There is a pin that is not in the socket. It's right here on the second one down, the very corner. It is not in the socket. Well, you know what? I should have looked. I missed that on the visual inspection. But anyway. All right, I'm going to carry on. Because now that we're starting to test out things, we might as well get the full picture. So, we have the 901 460-03. Check the witness mark. Line it up. Push it in. Turn it on. Okay, it comes up okay. All right, we're going to turn this off. Now, the funny thing is about the way these chips are, I got to look at the board and see if I see anything on here that on this board there's a whole lot of white writing that tells me what things are, where they go. And this one, there is not. So, you know what, look, I started down this path, so I'm going to keep at it. Might as well just check everything else. One of those things that if you don't check, like, I would hate to move everything back and then find it still didn't work and then still say, oh, well, I guess there's something else. But that pin being off certainly can't help. It cannot. Now, sometimes it doesn't make any difference. There are pins on chips that do nothing. There are. So that is the 6502 coming out. It is here. Oof, this one is tough. These capacitors are being difficult. But they will. They will come out. They will come out. Okay. All right, 6502. Chuck pedals, baby, is out. The pins are looking good. Check the witness mark. Get everything lined up just so. Push it in, look for all the pins. Turn it on. Shazam. Okay, so we're down to 6522s. And here's the funny thing, of course. In this machine, they are vertical. In this machine, they are horizontal. So you know what I'm going to do, just because I can, and I think this would be the right way, but I don't know. I'm going to take the one out that's near the top, thinking that that's the corresponding one to the one that would be to the side. Do I know this for sure? Not at all. Am I curious? Yes, I am. but this is the one that is all the way in the socket. Oh, come on, baby. Ever so gently. Work it. Work it. Work it. Okay, 6522 is out. Okay, power is off. I'm going to do this one right next to the keyboard connector, assuming that this is the one that is. I could be wrong. I could be. It boggles me that I did not see that pin is not engaged. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to put this over here. Once again, trying to keep the pins and things lined up that I know which was, or not. I know which chips came out of. So here's a 6522. Check the witness mark. Line it up. I think I'll go the other way. We're in. All the pins are in. Let's turn it on. And I see that right there. It's okay. So that pin, if I'd noticed it, maybe that's all it would have taken. Maybe that's it. But of course it was still missing the Vic Chip. All right. Oh man, this is tight. Ever so gently, with care and consideration. Okay. So that's out. I'll put that down next to the other one in the same configuration. And now here's what I'm tempted to do. Because I know that already this pin is bent outwards, I may put it in with the pin bent outwards. Okay, come on, because then I'll know for sure if this thing, if it could be making a difference. And I think the answer is yes, it definitely could. So there, I don't know if you could see that. There is the bent pin. And it would be near the top. It would be, the power is off, the witness mark has been checked. All right, we're going to put this in, leaving that pin out. And we'll turn this on, and I bet you it still comes up. Well, that's strange. Okay, well, very strange. So what does that mean? Well, it could mean that that pin is not used. It might. Very strange indeed. So now I'm going to bend the pin in so it actually goes in. I am. Okay. So we'll line it up carefully and put it in. Say Shazam! And up comes the Vic-20. Well, isn't that special? Okay. So here is the very early from Japan VIC-20. Now, what have I done here? What have I done? What have I done? Not that. Okay, that wasn't in very well. There is that. Maybe this cable is not all that I think it is, but that was not what was wrong. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do at this moment, that I have all these chips out, and everything is just so, I'm going to put a mega race in and see if it works. And it does. So this is interesting. So all the chips, the major chips from this machine that does not work, even though a pin was not where it should be, are in here and it's working. And this one is not working. At least it wasn't working. This is very strange. I'm going to turn this off again. And line things up somewhat. And see about getting this keyboard back in line. A little tweak on the pin. Boy, those pins are tough. You could really hurt yourself on those. Maybe I've gone a little too far. Okay. That looks potentially good. It does. But it's still perhaps a tweak out. Come on, you. I should not be having this much trouble getting a keyboard back together. Okay. Come on. Okay. We're in. Now, these things don't exactly line up, but that's okay. I'm going to turn this back on. There's a mega race. And sadly, I still hear nothing. But once again, I don't know if I have cables connected properly. I just don't know. Well, this is interesting. So it may be that on this very early VIC-20, serial number 515992, it may be that there are other defective chips. And there's a lot of other chips. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 that I can see. Oh, dear, 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 I'm just going to slide over here for a second. Somebody did say that these ones are perhaps at times difficult. Now, okay, that is going to probably try and slide. Well, things are probably going to try and fall. Don't do that. Okay, I believe. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, things are falling. Okay, here is the other early VIC-20. And indeed, this one is a little later. This is 510822. This is 515992. This one, too, was not working. But I really didn't do anything to explore. I did not. But there's the pet keyboard. Oh, the torment of it all. I did not intend to do this. I wanted to just go through the machines one at a time and see what's what. But maybe I need to do something else. Maybe I do. Anyway. Well, thanks for coming. Stay tuned. I'll see what else we get into. I will see. Always a pleasure. Bye for now.